Hello student, in this video we are going to learn about types of operation performed on the lathe machine. So these are total 10 operations which can be performed on the lathe machine. So first is the turning operation, taper turning, facing, champering, grooving operation, drilling operation, boring operation, thread cutting, parting and knurling operation. So one by one we'll see how they are carried out or what is going to happen in each operation. So first is the turning operation. So what is the turning operation? The turning in the lathe machine is to remove the excess material from the workpiece to produce a cylindrical surface of required shape and size. So in turning operation, a cutting tool is going to move along the axis of workpiece or parallel to axis of workpiece. Now you can see this is a workpiece which is fixed inside the chuck, and cutting tool is moving parallel to axis of workpiece. This cutting tool is moving parallel to axis of workpiece. So in turning operation, what is going to happen? Which dimension is going to change? Diameter of workpiece. Diameter of workpiece is going to reduce. Length is not going to change. Only diameter is going to reduce. So turning operation is operation in which a cutting tool is moving along the axis of workpiece and a diameter of workpiece is removed. Diameter of workpiece is changed or it is reduced by removing a material from surface of workpiece. So it is called as turning operation. Next is facing. What is facing? In facing operation, cutting tool is moving perpendicular to the axis of workpiece, and when it is going to move in perpendicular direction, then a length of workpiece is going to change or it is going to reduce. So facing is the operation of machining the end of the workpiece, raw workpiece, to produce a flat surface. Now you can see here, first turning is done, then cutting tool is moving perpendicular direction, so that a length of workpiece is going to reduce. So flat surface we can obtain at one end. Next is knurling operation. What is knurling operation? Knurling is the process of producing a embossed surface or diamond shaped pattern on the workpiece. Now from this video we can see, you can see here, this is a workpiece, this is a knurling tool, embossed surface is produced on the workpiece, producing a embossed shape or diamond shaped pattern on the workpiece for easy gripping. If surface is flat, it can easily slip from the hand, so that a embossed shape can be produced to have a nice grip on the workpiece. This type of shape. Then thread cutting operation. Thread cutting is operation used to produce a external thread on the workpiece. All of you know the nut and bolt. Inside the nut, internal threads are there, and on the bolt, external threads are there. So on the bolt, external threads are produced by using this thread cutting operation, like this. Then next is champering. Champering is a operation of getting a bevel shaped surface or sharp edges are removed from the workpiece. You can see here, initially sharp edges are there. A cutting tool is used to cut these sharp surfaces, so that there not be any injury due to the sharp edges. So generally this champering is carried out at 45-degree angle of tool or cutting tool. Likewise, you can see this bolt, these external threads are produced by using thread cutting operation, and on the nut you can see here, these ends are having some conical shape, curved surface. This is done with the help of champer. Then next is taper turning. Now when you want to produce a taper surface on the workpiece. Initially you can see here this is a cylindrical surface. Now here taper is given to the job. At one end diameter is more, another end diameter is less. So when you want to produce a uniform increase or decrease in shape of the diameter of a job, then a taper turning operation is used. Generally compound slide is used to produce this taper shape pattern. Then grooving operation. When you want to produce a narrow slot inside the workpiece, then this grooving operation is used to produce a groove on cylindrical surface of a job. Then it is called as a grooving operation. Likewise, these are the groove, narrow slots, and this is a taper. Next is parting operation. When you want to separate one job into the two pieces, then the operation is used called as parting operation. Likewise, we can see in this operation, you can see here this is a workpiece, it is fixed inside the chuck. This is a cutting tool. Now you are making a groove. You have to make groove until and unless this job is separated into two pieces. You can see until job is separated, you have to make grooving. So in this tool is moving perpendicular to axis of workpiece. So a job is separated. So this is called as parting operation. Then drilling operation. Drilling, it is a process of producing a cylindrical hole inside a job. This is a chuck. Inside the chuck workpiece is fitted. Workpiece is rotating, and you have to attach drill to the tailstock. And when you rotate the wheel of this tailstock will move linearly, and this drill will go inside the workpiece and a hole is made. So this is how drilling operation is carried out. Then boring. Boring means when a hole is already drilled inside the workpiece, but now you want to increase the diameter of workpiece, then the boring operation is used, because sometimes that much diameter of drill is not available. Suppose you want to drill a hole of 50 mm diameter, but 50 mm diameter tool is not available. Then you will drill first, if 30 mm is available, 30 mm hole is drilled, then 20 mm remaining is done with the help of boring tool. So boring is operation used to increase the diameter of hole which is already drilled. So this is how the different operations are carried out. Again we will go through all the operations. From this video we are going to learn about all operations again. First is the facing operation. Now what is happening in the facing operation? A tool is moving, a workpiece is moving, which is fixed inside the chuck. This is the facing tool. Facing tool is moving perpendicular to the axis of workpiece, and length of workpiece is get reduced. You can see perpendicular motion of tool. So length is get reduced. Next is turning operation. In turning operation, cutting tool is moving parallel to the axis of workpiece and diameter is get reduced. Feed means movement of cutting tool. Knurling operation. Knurling operation is generally used to produce a diamond shape pattern on the surface of workpiece to have a easy grip. Gripping will be easy. Grooving operation, to produce a narrow slot, narrow groove inside the workpiece. Cutting tool is going to move in the perpendicular direction. Some components are shown here of grooved surfaces. Drilling operation. In drilling operation, basically what happens, this is a workpiece fixed inside the chuck. A drill is mounted on the tailstock. When you rotate this wheel of the tailstock, drill will move only in linear direction. It is not going to rotate. Drill is moving only in linear direction. You can see only in linear direction drill is moving, and it will go inside the workpiece to drill the hole. Workpiece is moving. So this is drilling operation. So function of tailstock is first to support longer workpiece and to hold the tools like the drill. Then reaming operation. Reaming is generally carried out after the drilling operation. Reaming is used to finish the drilled hole. When hole is drilled, inside surface may be uneven, so you have to finish that inside surface. Then reaming is used. So material removed in the reaming is very minute, or it is negligible. Then boring operation, we have seen it to increase the diameter of drilled hole which is previously drilled. Boring operation, diameter is increased. You can see here, this is a previously drilled hole and this is the increased diameter. Then parting operation. So to separate one piece into the two pieces. Now here what happens, cutting tool is moving perpendicular to the axis of workpiece, but when two parts are made, one part is fixed inside the chuck, another part is fallen down. So generally in the parting operation, another part is supported by the tailstock so that they will not going to fall below. If they are going to fall, it may get damage the workpiece. So in this way we have covered all the operations. So these all operations we have covered. Thank you.